Now at 5:30 on WKYT this morning. Recent scares caused by phones catching fire during a flight have some airlines now taking extra steps of precaution.
We're going to tell you about those coming up on WKYT. A Lexington panhandling case will go before the Kentucky Supreme Court today. Why the man cited says he did nothing wrong.
And today is the day. We are just a few hours away from Big Blue Madness. We have a live look ahead at tonight's big event just ahead.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning, and it's so good to have you on WKYT on this Friday as we get set for that weekend. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. It is Friday, October 14th, and the weekend looks like it's going to be really nice.
It really is, and lots to do. You know, there are just so many reasons to get out and about, and we want to check in with meteorologist Micah Harris. Clear skies out there to start this day.
Yeah, which allows us to get a little bit cool overnight. When you have those clear skies, it really allows all the warm air, warmer air, really to rise back off of the surface, head back into the atmosphere, and that cools off the surface, the ground we walk on. So that's kind of the science behind that, and that's why we're a little bit cool there in Frankfort, 45. But where we have had clouds, it's kind of the blanket over us overnight, down toward London, Corbin area. We're sitting there at 54 degrees, so it kind of depends on where you are this morning, which will depend on that feel. 68 degrees later on today, really pleasant. I don't see any problems today. It gets much warmer there for the weekend and off into next week. We even have 80s in the forecast, but what about any rain chances this weekend? I'm going to go over that hour-by-hour forecast coming up.
Okay, we'll see you then. Let's get to the news.
Some airlines are adding new equipment to their flights to protect passengers from exploding tablets and cell phones.
Might be a good idea.
Yes.
The action has been taken as there's some new urgency now after reports of overheating Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phones. Our Michelle Chamberlain is at our alert desk with more details on this. Michelle?
Yeah, at least 3 U.S. carriers plan to or are already carrying fire containment bags to help combat the threat of cell phone batteries exploding or even catching on fire. Now, this bright red bag is on all of Alaska Airlines' 219 planes, and Virgin has added the bags to 60 of its planes. Now, the bag is made of fire-resistant material and designed to hold portable electronic devices if they do overheat or catch fire. Now, these bags can withstand temperatures of up to 3,200 degrees Fahrenheit. This precaution comes after reports of Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phones overheating. Now, you may remember when it happened on a Southwest flight out of Louisville. Brian Green's Samsung caught fire, forcing his flight to be evacuated.
I heard some popping that sounded like a Ziploc bag popping open, and looked around to see what that was, and there was smoke just billowing, pouring out of my pocket.
Now, Delta says it plans to install the bags to all of its flights by next year. Guys, back to you.
Hey, it is interesting. We were mentioning that this happened in Kentucky, you know.
So
in
many
Louisville.
incidents. Yeah, Louisville, and then the guy in Nicholasville, his phone exploded. Yeah.
So, it's an issue.
It is.
Right.
Well, a panhandling case out of Lexington will go before the Supreme Court in Kentucky today.
Dennis Champion claims that a city ordinance that bans panhandling on public streets violates his constitutional right to freedom of speech. In 2014, Champion was cited for panhandling in Lexington. The city claims the citation was a matter of public safety, but Champion claims he was just asking for money and was not in traffic or putting anyone in danger. One of 3 people accused of killing a University of Kentucky student will be returning to court today. A status hearing is scheduled for Roman Gonzalez. Gonzalez is charged with murder and robbery in last year's deadly shooting of Jonathan Kruger. Efrain Diaz and Justin Smith are also charged with murder and robbery in that case. Their trials are expected to start in March.
A status hearing is also scheduled today for 4 people charged in the murder case of a Lexington teenager. Marquess Smith, Christopher Allen, and Marique Sturgis face murder, assault, and robbery charges. A 4th person, Ricky Oxier, is charged with robbery. Lexington police say the victim, 18-year-old Caleb Hallett, was shot on University Avenue near UK's campus back in January.
A Kentucky high school principal is facing child pornography charges. Stephen Goodlett is the principal at LaRue County High School. According to that school's website, he was arrested at his home in Elizabethtown last night. Goodlett is accused of distributing, possessing, and viewing child pornography, according to the Hardin County Detention website. Kentucky State Police handling the investigation.
New this morning, a man is accused of kicking in someone's front door and stabbing 2 people inside. James Anzaldua is charged with assault and burglary. Police say he was forced his way into an apartment on Alexandria Drive yesterday and attacked the people inside. They say he caused serious injuries to one person. He will be arraigned later today.
Employees at a Laurel County business are hoping that surveillance footage will help police track down some thieves who stole items from a Halloween display.
Helping Hands Chiropractic in London puts up the display every year, but after various decorations were stolen on Monday, the business installed security cameras. Employees say those cameras caught a man stealing lights from the display on Wednesday night. They're hoping the footage will help them find the thieves or cause them to have a change of heart.
And if you done it, come back here and just drop the stuff off. No questions asked, just drop it back off. Don't steal. It's disheartening.
So far, employees say that thefts have cost them around $500.
Police at Eastern Kentucky University are now warning students about a recent spike in bicycle thefts. In just the last week, EKU police say at least 4 bikes have been reported stolen around campus. We're told some of them were later found abandoned. Prior to this week, police say they'd only had 1 bike reported stolen since the beginning of the semester. Police are suggesting students always lock their bicycles in a bike rack in a well-lit area. They also suggest using a U-shaped lock over chain locks. For more tips on how to protect your bike, we have a full list of those on our website, WKYT.com.
State police need your help finding a missing man in Russell County. 90-year-old Lester Stapp hasn't been heard from since he left his home around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Family members say he enjoys traveling to Somerset and Glasgow, but authorities have not been able to locate him in either city. Police believe Stapp is driving a white 2012 Hyundai Tucson with a Kentucky license plate.
As one group returns from the East Coast, another Central Kentucky group is getting ready to head over to North Carolina. Right now, there is a trailer at Jackson County Vocational Center in McKee for people to drop off donations for storm victims. That trailer will be there until Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and then it will go to the Boone Square Shopping Center in Berea Monday night, and it will be back at the Mount Vernon Fuel Center on Highway 25 South on Tuesday morning. The group is collecting water, canned foods, as well as baby items, bathroom items, and cleaning supplies.
Lexington Parks and Recreation are planning to throw a Halloween party tomorrow. Little Goblins Galore will be held at McConnell Springs from 1 to 5 p.m. Tickets are $5 for kids, while chaperones can enter for free. Officials expect a larger turnout this year, so no public parking will be available at McConnell Springs. Parks and Rec will run courtesy shuttles from the Lexington Waste Management Training Pad at 1631 Old Frankfort Pipe throughout the evening.
Well, a Northern Kentucky football team did something very special for a boy who is battling a rare brain disorder.
This is a fantastic story. Despite his illness and being confined to a wheelchair, 7-year-old Bryce Snyder often shows up for practices to watch his brother Braylon, who plays for the Taylor Mill Eagles. The team wanted Bryce to experience football the way they do. So during the team's game last Sunday, they brought Bryce onto the field and his brother pushed him over the goal line for a touchdown. The opposing team also helped out. The Eagles had been planning to do this for Bryce for quite some time.
Braylon was so proud to be able to be the one to push him over that goal line and for him to be able to be the one to help him get to this point.
The community is collecting donations so Bryce's family can buy a specially equipped van to help him get around.
What about that, huh?
I know, that is a fantastic story.
It really is. All right, sportsmanship at its very best. Well, Big Blue Nation waking up this morning with big smiles because madness is in the air.
Oh yes, the much anticipated Big Blue Madness is just hours away, meaning fans are just hours away from getting their first glimpse at this season's men's and women's basketball teams. WKYT's Lauren Miner is live outside Rupp Arena this morning with more on tonight's event. Good morning, Lauren.
Hey guys, good morning. Well, tonight is the night Kentucky Wildcat fans have been waiting for. Big Blue Madness has finally arrived, and I think it's safe to say fans are ready to meet their teams. The men and women's basketball teams will kick off the start of their season tonight, and doors will open at 5:30, and all the action will begin at 7. Big Blue Madness will feature introductions of both the men's and women's basketball teams, along with the practice drills, videos, and more. This year's event will feature an interactive light show where fans can participate just by using their smartphones. All you have to do is download an app, and we have more information on how you can do that at WKYT.com. Fans will also get a look at the new renovations inside. Upgrades have been done to the video, audio, and technology, and even the seating area. And of course, Big Bertha is no more and has now been replaced by a state-of-the-art system. A contest is actually going on right now to name the new video board. Also, be sure to catch a 90-minute preview of this year's Wildcats Before the Madness on the CW at 5:30. Now, this will be the 12th time Madness has been here at Rupp Arena, and I think it's safe to say that fans are waking up excited and anxious to get inside these doors. Reporting live in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
All right, let the excitement begin.
Oh, you have on your blue today, too?
Oh, yeah. What about that? Huh? Just happenstance.
Yeah.
It is 5:41, and we want to check live drive traffic for you this morning. Let's see what is going on early. Here's a look at the region, and it looks good. We have really no reports of any delays or problems early.
All right, now let's look at the Lexington-Fayette Urban County Government live drive cam. Right now we are looking at Harrodsburg Road and Pasadena, and everything is moving very smoothly this morning. Not a whole lot of traffic outside at 5:41 this morning.
There's a double diamond crossover.
Yeah.
They look ready to go this morning. We have a lot more news coming up for you. Hope you stay with us. We'll tell you about things coming up on WKYT in just a moment.
Still to come, we'll look at a tribute for Prince that had fans partying like it's 1999.
We're looking at some rain back toward the Ozarks, and all that's heading our direction, but does it stay together? We're going to talk about that in your weekend forecast. It's coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Well, it all depends on where you are early this morning, which will depend on whether you need a sweater or a light coat before you walk out the door down southern half of Kentucky. We've had some clouds overnight, and that's what's keeping us a little bit warmer. We're sitting there in the 50s and then 40s as we work our way across central and northern Kentucky. So here's the breakdown of that, and you can see that on this particular model, which makes us feel pretty confident when you have a setup that shows you pretty much the same numbers and also the same cloud condition or sky condition. It makes you pretty confident in the forecast for the day on this particular model. So watch this as we go throughout the evening. Afternoon, not all that bad. We do have some rain back toward Arkansas and also Missouri heading our direction, but it really starts to fall apart. I still expect at least the slightest chance of rain southern Kentucky there as we head toward deep into the afternoon, more than likely when you're coming home from work or heading out to some football games. So just keep that in mind. We can't rule out that 20% chance of rain, mainly during the evening hours. But that's about it. Other than that, we're pretty dry. Off towards your Saturday morning, remember going overnight and into Saturday, you have those 4,000 runners running across central Kentucky. This area right through here is where we're going to be seeing that race. It's roughly a 200-mile race, and they go overnight and into Saturday. So just watch out for them as you're traveling overnight and into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, though, any 5Ks going on, I don't see any problems whatsoever. It actually feels really nice. On Saturday afternoon, look at that, mid-70s in the forecast. I put a 20% chance of rain in there just to say, heads up, we can't rule out a stray shower or two. But other than that, we stay mainly dry as well. Off towards your Sunday, still looks really good there for Sunday, and much warmer, 78 degrees showing up in Somerset. That's not even the warmest condition there in my 7-day. I'll show you that in just a few minutes. If you're heading out the court days, Mount Sterling and also Preston, 68 today, great day today. Off towards your Saturday and Sunday, these are more of, throw on some shorts, some short sleeve shirts, and you'll be fantastic. It'll be just fine. Slight chance there on Saturday, just can't rule it out. But for the most part, we're staying dry there for court days this year. Finally, wouldn't that be nice all weekend long? Hey, follow me on Twitter, Micah Harris WX. I always get phenomenal pictures. This is from @Kathy7. She always sends in great pictures too. And check that out. Leaves taking their time at the Red River Gorge. We talked about that early this morning, how these leaves are taking their time. There's not a lot of moisture in the ground, so these leaves are kind of drying out, just kind of falling without even changing colors. You need that moisture, you need that rain. Doesn't look like we're going to have it anytime soon there for the weekend. It looks like only the slightest chance of rain, much warmer conditions in the 70s and 80s start of next week. But it's 83 on Tuesday, 58 on Thursday.
Yeah.
Big drop.
Be some
Big
drama.
drops. Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting week ahead, right? So we'll enjoy our weekend. Micah, thank you so much. 5:47 right now.
Several entertainers were on hand for a tribute event to the late pop superstar Prince.
The event was held in Minnesota last night as the governor there declared yesterday Prince Tribute Day. Hundreds of fans attended, all dressed in purple. Stevie Wonder, Chaka Khan, and dozens of others had the crowd partying like it was 1999 all over again.
Prince was fantastic.
Oh, it was. I mean, just...
Gone way too soon.
Yeah, music legend, no question about it.
All right, coming up, we'll get a look at the stories making news at this hour.
We'll be checking traffic again. We'll see how things are moving along. We have some health news and a lot more. Hey, it's great to have you with us. Stay here on your Friday on WKYT This Morning. Hey, good morning. Welcome back into WKYT this morning. Our time 5:51, and it is your Friday.
It is. We're going to make it a good one.
Here
Let's
it
take a
goes.
look at some of the stories we are working on for you at this hour.
Well, the Kentucky Supreme Court will be hearing a panhandling case out of Lexington today. Dennis Champion was cited for panhandling back in 2014, but he claims the city's ordinance that bans panhandling violates his right to free speech. City officials claim Champion's citation was a matter of public safety.
And UK basketball fans are counting down the hours to tonight's Big Blue Madness event. Fans will get their first glimpse of both men's and women's basketball teams. Doors open at 5:30. The madness gets underway at 7. Now, for fans who are not going, be sure to catch our 90-minute preview before the madness, airing on the CW starting at 5:30.
Should be an exciting evening for
It
that.
always
We'll
is.
see how the
People
seasons
love
go.
it. I know.
Right.
Well, in your national news, Donald Trump continues to deny a series of sexual assault allegations against him, calling the female accusers who came forward this week, quote, horrible liars.
Campaigning in Florida, the Republican nominee also railed against Hillary Clinton and the media for allegedly working together to derail his campaign. A Fox News poll out yesterday shows Clinton leading Trump by 7 points nationally.
Parts of the Pacific Northwest are bracing for torrential rain and hurricane-force winds brought on by the remnants of a typhoon. Northwest Washington could be hit with winds of up to 70 miles per hour as other areas get pounded by up to 18 inches of rain. Snow is expected for the higher elevations.
At least 3 U.S. airlines are taking steps to prevent a disaster brought on by defective Samsung phones. Samsung pulled the plug on the Galaxy Note 7 smartphone Tuesday after the battery in many of the phones overheated and burst into flames. The airlines have now added new fire suppression equipment on board their planes as a precaution.
A common cancer therapy may increase the risk of dementia. Here's a look at today's health headlines.
A common treatment for prostate cancer has been linked to a higher rate of dementia. About 500,000 men are currently using testosterone-lowering drugs as a cancer therapy. A study in JAMA Oncology finds those patients are twice as likely to develop dementia within 5 years. Doctors are having better success in treating breast cancer. A new study from the Centers for Disease Control says the death rate for white women declined 1.9% between 2010 and 2014 and 1.5% for African Americans. Researchers think the improvements are due to better education about screening and treatment.
Star Wars fans, the wait is almost over, and Natalie Portman takes on a historic role.
Suzanne Marquez has a look in today's Eye on Entertainment.
They are requesting a call sign. It's, Rogue One.
Disney has released the latest trailer for Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which opens in December. The film, starring Felicity Jones and Forrest Whitaker, tells the story of how the rebels stole the plans to the first Death Star. Rogue One marks the return of James Earl Jones as the voice of Darth Vader. Star Wars alum Ewan McGregor walked the red carpet in Beverly Hills for his new film, American Pastoral. The film is based on Philip Roth's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel. McGregor tries to keep his family together during the political turmoil of the 1960s. His daughter, played by Dakota Fanning, disappears after she's accused of a violent act. This is McGregor's directorial debut. American Pastoral opens in theaters next Friday. And Natalie Portman and Peter Sarsgaard were on the red carpet in New York for a screening of their new movie, Jackie. Portman plays Jackie Kennedy.
I really have so much respect for her. She really was able to go through all of these really, really challenging moments with such a level of intelligence and thoughtfulness and grace.
Jackie hits theaters in December. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Beverly Hills.
All right, let's get a check this hour on today's traffic trouble spots with live drive traffic.
We'll see what's going on. Here are the current travel times into Lexington, and they are good this morning. Everybody moving along just fine at average speed or above. No reports of any problems right now.
Now let's take a look at the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government live drive cam. We are looking at New Circle Road and North Broadway right now, and things are moving very smoothly this morning.
Lots of folks trying to get in there and get it done today so
and
they can
get to
ready
the weekend.
Right, madness maybe this evening or other plans. So much going on with the festivals and so forth. Beautiful time of the year in Kentucky. Let's check in with Micah for weather.
Yeah, and any events that you do have going on, maybe getting out to Big Blue Madness later on this evening, or just going out to eat, trying to plan that. No problems whatsoever. I will tell you this, southern half of Kentucky later on this evening and night could have that slight chance of rain. Can't rule that out. For the most part, we're staying dry. Look pretty good this morning. Central and northern zones, we're sitting there in the 40s. And then you go off toward the southern half, we're sitting in the 50s. So it's kind of here and there. It all depends on where you are, which will depend on the way it feels. 68 by the afternoon. Really nice feel there in the forecast, mixture of sun and clouds. But we hit the weekend, and the weekend it gets much warmer, but does it bring us a chance of rain? We'll have that coming up if you're about to take off. Have a great day. If not, stick with us.